what little money I have to some gambling and some more on the collection side.
What?
Um,
What the what'd you just say?
yeah, you heard me. I had a feeling you're gonna be disappointed. I didn't really see a big enough cushion for me to go ahead and invest. So I've resorted to the other avenues of trying to make more money. If you gave me $50, I'll try to go ahead and double that, triple that.
Gambling on what?
Sports betting.
Is this a joke? Hang on a second. The numbers guy has their finances set up to contribute only 1% to investments so he can gamble? And it's not even gambling for fun, it's gambling to make money. What is happening right now? At first, I was led to believe that Clara's overspending is the real issue. But the deeper I go, the more surprising this story gets. Honestly, this gambling thing is blowing my mind. I'm literally sweating. And it's a good reminder that seeing someone's numbers on paper does not tell you the real story.
No, please, Ramit, speak sense to him. I keep telling him. So when I started reading your book, I started doing the 401k. I started. So that 16,000 number is mine. But I keep telling him, put some percentage of your paycheck, even though it's a little, to your 401k.
Can I just be really blunt with you? Clara, no advice you ever give him about money, at least not right now, he's not going to receive it. Because do you know how he sees you with money?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So the two of you have co-created a dynamic where you, Clara, are the irresponsible one, the one who needs to be saved. And he is the one on the pedestal, the one who works in finance. But then it turns out, Devin, you're gambling because you believe you don't have enough money. So it's a little disingenuous suddenly after hearing you tell me over and over, oh, I'm in finance and I'm responsible. And then it turns out you're gambling. On what? Sports? Does it work? I'll answer my own question. The answer is no, it doesn't work. And you got $5,000 worth of baseball cards while you're telling your wife, like, what's up with this Starbucks?
Thank you, Ramit.
Clara, this is not just him. You dropped $4,600 on one seat. When you don't have the money, then you're here claiming, oh, I want a buffer and I want savings. No, you don't, because I'm looking at the next row, which is savings, and it says 0. And you have 3 kids under the age of 4.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Therefore, you're always feeling behind. Your feelings are based on total inaccurate understanding of money. It just doesn't make any sense. That's why we have to both master our money psychology and know our numbers. Okay, let's keep going down your numbers. Looking now at your fixed costs. Devin, what is this number here?
74%.
Your fixed costs are high. Did you know that you're spending a lot, probably too much on your fixed costs? Clara?
I just really learned that when we did the conscious spending plan, we would probably spend $100, like eating out.
How often do you eat out?
In 1 week, a lot, because we both work and
We don't bring
Clara,
lunch to work.
we don't bring lunch
So
to.
that's 5 times. Plus, what else?
Sometimes I sneak in a breakfast, when I drop off the kiddo.
Let's say that happens, 4 times a week?
Yeah, 4 times a week. Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
9. What else?
And then Clara goes ahead and she sneaks in some breakfast there because her commute is painful because it's New Jersey to New York.
4 times as well. That's 13. What else? Dinners?
Yeah, dinners when we come back, yeah, we usually like split a meal, so that's maybe like 3 or 4 times.
Okay, that's probably like 5 times. So that's 18.
Yeah.
And then coffee, things like that,
Yeah, pretty much.
every day? Both?
Yeah, excluding the weekends. We sleep in, we play with the kids on weekends. We kind of like tone it down on the weekends.
28, 30 times. You eat out 30 times a month at least.
Mhm.
Every day.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's not
No,
necessary.
that's not necessary. That's too much.
Are we ready to get honest with each other?
Yes.
You have thousands of dollars of credit card debt. You have almost no investments. You have 0 savings, and you're spending thousands of dollars a month on guilt-free spending. Devin, how, as the money person in this relationship, how did you let this happen?
Just having that serious conversation with my wife, and instead of maybe just breathing down her neck, try to go ahead and engage her a little bit more as what's going on and try to teach her, even though they're very kind of exhausted because she just doesn't get it.
How accurate would it be for me to say, Devin, you don't know what to do to fix it, so you text your wife about every little $5 expense that she has, because that gives you a small temporary sense of control.
How I communicate. I know it can be better, obviously.
The way I see it, the risk is off the charts here. If the two of you were married with no kids, I would be alarmed because one of you could lose your job, especially now. You would have a week that you'd be able to coast, and then it would all begin falling down. With 3 kids, this is 10 out of 10 risk. 10 out of 10. What would be the chances of one of you getting laid off in the next 12 months?
High possibility.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy. We're in America, baby. Get to work.
What the I'm a glass half full too. And what they say, trust in God, but lock your car, right? Be
Never
optimistic,
heard that one,
but have a big
Right.
fat savings account just in case.